School is a city, farmhouse capital, Casuarina full of ladies, Balba blazy bone.
Still brightly gleaming, pass on the hopes, the highest dreaming to those who follow close at hand. Pass on the thought, the skill, the learning, pass on the secret inmost yearning, that they may build where we are found.
All rise, all compatriots, Nigeria's humble men, to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes must join them on in the
Queen School, Ibadan at 70. A beautiful young princess, Queen Elizabeth II, was to ascend the throne of our forefathers in 1953. To commemorate her ascension, another Queen School, distinct from the already established Queen's College, Lagos, was conceived to expand the scope of female education in Nigeria. 4 pioneering students, along with 4 pioneering teachers, moved from Queen's College, Lagos, to the newly established Queen's School at Ede, a town in the old western region of Nigeria, and the school was owned by the Western Regional Government. The very first set of students and teachers came in from Queen's College, Lagos, as work began in September 1951, with students from Form 2 to 5 being transferred in. The last batch of students from Form 1 were moved in on the 16th February 1952, and this date has been celebrated as the Founders' Day of Queen's School. For decades, both the teaching and non-teaching staff of Queen's School have played a huge role in shaping the students into functional and impactful members of the society, with lessons on core values, problem-solving skills, and the art of elegance. In addition to this, the teaching body made sure to provide extracurricular activities like the Girl Guides, literary and debating societies, sewing classes, and sports. In terms of infrastructure, the management made sure to ensure that the girls enjoyed a conducive working environment and comfortable boarding hostels. In 1967, Queen's School had to be relocated from Ede to Ibadan, with Mrs. R.M. Dunn as the principal at the time. The current permanent site at Akpata was built, and the students were able to move in together with Mrs. C.F. Oredugba serving as the principal. Soon, the school introduced day school. Since then, the Queen's School Old Girls Association have not let their efforts dwindle in giving back to the school. The alumni have combined resources and built classrooms and laboratories, bought equipment, and even paid the salary of some staff. These works are certainly commendable. And with that, congratulations are in order to this prestigious girls' school for yet another year of shaping and producing exceptional female students and role models for the society.
Hello, my colleagues. Normally, my name is Kemi Olukoya. I was Kemi Olukoya when I was in Queen's School. We entered the school in 1952. It was fantastic then, it was in Ede. Ede was so rural, and thank God, all of us who were classmates, we liked each other. I was in Palm House, and my matron was Mama Kuka. That Mama Kuka, it was as if she used to mind my own business, because I was a good sleeper then. And then she usually came to our dormitory to come and check on us. everybody would be up, but I would be the one sleeping. And she used to say, Modupe, you are sleeping again. One of these days I'll bring a snake, and when you wake up, you will never sleep on your bed again. And I'll say, no, I'm sorry that I was still just drowsing, I wasn't sleeping. But Queen School was really fantastic then. So many activities were arranged for us. Miss Hobson was our principal, very loving principal. When you offend anybody, she calls you to her office and then talk to you seriously.
Hello, Professor Bolanle Osutogun ní Shonubi, set 58 to 62 set, graduated in chemistry, PhD in the applied chemistry in OAU, and lectured for 40 years, 20 in OAU Ife and 20 in Unilag, and taught over 100 professors in 5 different faculties: science, engineering, pharmacy, and so on. And including among the professors include the present VC of Unilag, Mrs. Professor Chinedu Babalola, and former VC of Ife, Faborode. The experience we had in Ife, the experience we had in as Ede was very wonderful. We had very good teachers. Our principal, Mrs. Oreduba, started teaching us with chemistry, and we had Bapa Adelaja Gunaike, Ogubiyi, Mrs. Ogubiyi, our English teacher, Mrs. Kena, we now belongs, we now married Ibinedron. We thank God for all these very wonderful teachers, and we had a balanced education. And my classmates, I had so many classmates who are doing very well in their various endeavors, such as Dupe Ogunlesi, former DVC. She's an emeritus professor. Nike Akonde, Nike Adamolekun, Oyin Law, Folusha Ogbe, and so on. We have so many people who we have about 30 active members on our platform, and they are doing very well. And to give back, we have already as a set, apart from individuals, the set donated 1 million for the Ameyo building, and we thank God for my life for the extravagant grace as a child of God, blessed with children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren. To God be the glory. And happily married to Professor Adeniyi Osutogun, a former Vice Chancellor of OAU. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
My name is Evelyn Onuigbe. I'm one of the lucky few that married a namesake. I'm of the 1964-68-70 set, and I'm the current set president. I'm a medical doctor, a retired professor of medicine, a consultant physician, nephrologist. I currently run an elder care home in Benin City. It is very difficult for me to single out my most memorable day in Queen School after so many decades. All my days in Queen School were memorable, and I continue to remember them all with nostalgia. My memories are filled with the expansive, serene Ede campus that was so conducive to learning. I have memories of the unique, dedicated female and male teachers who impacted us not just in learning, but in other spheres of life. How about the house mistresses that nurtured us like their children? Although I was in Palm House, I drank my first ever lemon tea in Matron Akpata's house, who was the house mistress of Kasharina House. How about the memorable Saturday social gatherings when we sang and danced with each other? I won't forget the annual musical concerts arranged and produced by Mrs. Laoje, our very own Mrs. Laoje, the wife of Timmy of Ede. I remember the science days where all kinds of scientific strides were showcased, including Mr. Bo's magical tones. By the way, Mr. Bo was an Indian chemistry teacher in Queen School. All in all, my days in Queen School were memorable, And I especially remember my days in Ede with ecstasy. So, 70 hearty cheers to Queen School Ede Ibadan. We must continue to pass on the torch.
I'm Mrs. Foluke Onosonya Niayorinde. In school between 1964 to 1968, where I sat for my West African School Certificate examination. Because Queen School is a very good school, I continued to do my higher school certificate education, to do my higher school certificate examination, and I completed that in 1970. We used to call it HSC in those days, HSC grade in those days. I am an educationist by profession. In particular, I'm a chemistry teacher, so I belong to the science world. I'm an author of about 8 science books. My memorable day in Queen School was when Queen School was moved to Ibadan in 1967, and in 1968, the musical society, which I belonged to then, visited WNTV, Western Nigeria Television House, which has now become NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. I rendered a poem, a Yoruba poem on that day, and I made many friends. So that was a memorable day in my life. Even while in school, I was a president, initially secretary, social secretary, and when I got to the senior class, the most senior class, I became president of societies like Science Society, Literary and Debating Societies, and some Christian societies like the SCM at that time. I also belonged to the Drama Society, where I was president, and we staged a few plays. I thank God for Queen School at 70. It's a grace to witness this, and I pray that Queen School will continue to make great exploits, as she had always been a citadel of a citadel of excellence and great knowledge for the girl child. Queen School Girls Association Ibadan chapter, and for this particular event, the Platinum Jubilee celebration of Queen School Ede Ibadan, I am the chairman, planning committee for Queen School at 70. Wishing my great alma mater many more glorious years ahead. Amen.
So, I'm Constance Oluwakemi Edward Ajamajebi, Ni Babalola. I was in Queen School January 1971 to June 1975. I was in Casuarina House, Dormitory C Room 2. At the time, I was the head of the room. I finished Queen School and entered IFE October the same year. I had a BSc 4 years after in Science of Agriculture, and returned later to have a master's in Food Science and Technology. I have worked for over 10 years handling monogramming and producing coveralls, or that is fire retardant coveralls, for workers of ExxonMobil and Shell. And also presently I retail online with Amazon as Diana Stores, mostly with toys and household items. I also run a modest guest house, a family business, as the MD. There were several remarkable moments, in Queen School. One of them was the periods when I had to go and represent the school in French. After the French recording at the station, at radio station at Ibadan, I was given a check. I don't know how much was in it again, but to me that was such a big deal. Of course, the school did not allow me go out to cash it, but for me it was a remarkable moment. The far most remarkable moment in Queen School was in my 5th form, when I found out after the mock exams that my position had actually jumped from the teens. I came right from the teens to the 5th position. I came first in English literature, I had the highest mark also in French, and I also came first in chemistry. Those 3 courses, you know, I did so well, and my position jumped from the teens to 5th. That was the far most remarkable occasion for me when I got my mock results in Queen's School.
Hello everybody, I am Moremi Shoyinka Onijala, Ni Shoyinka, and I attended Queen's School from 1973 to 1978. I am speaking on behalf of my entire set. Hello ladies, and we are really privileged to have this opportunity to talk a bit about our time at the school and to congratulate the entire Old Girls Association on the occasion of this anniversary. We thank God for how far Queen's School has come, and we look forward to working with the school to take it higher and higher in the name of Jesus. We had a lot of fun in school, and we learned so many lessons. We believe as a set that Queen's School molded us and handed down traditions that still abide in us till today. Traditions that we too are passing down to our children and grandchildren. Queen's School taught us how to respect our seniors. Queen's School taught us the value of hard work. Queen's School taught us the values of friendship, of bonds that we created since 1973 and which still bring us together very regularly. Queen's School taught us the value of respect for our teachers, for all those put in authority over us. And Queen's School gave us the foundation that has made us into the fine young ladies that we are today. Many of us are accomplished professionals in the medical field, in the architectural field, engineering, in education. Many of us have risen and retired as principals, and so many other careers. Business, we have a lot of business women in our set who are doing absolutely wonderfully well, both in Nigeria and outside the country. And so we are grateful to the school for all of this. We have so many things to share. I am now a lawyer, and I work as a director in the Federal Ministry of Interior. I'm responsible for citizenship and nationality issues, as well as all the federal marriage registries. And I'm probably one of the least accomplished in our set. It was at Queen's School we learned how to cut grass, how to wash gutters, how to be prefects. I was a talk shop prefect, and the talk shop holds so many memories. At that time, 4 naira was our pocket money for the term. Juniors were entitled to 20 kobo every week. Seniors were entitled to 50 kobo. And on Friday, you collected your pocket money. You could come to the talk shop and buy goody, bazooka chewing gum, gurudi, chuk. We also remember our talk shop, our food boxes, which we kept in the dining room, wooden boxes that were built for us by our parents, and we'd mix Bonvita with powdered milk, needle powdered milk. I don't know how our stomachs coped with it, but we sure can do that now. And cornflakes, if you were lucky. Gari was always a favorite. Sneak into the room at night when the seniors were not looking and drink it with sugar. We also remember running past the HSC block because we didn't want the seniors to catch us. They used to shout, "Omo kombe," and we'd be running. But if they lay their hands on you, you have to fetch water, you have to wash clothes and things like that. Queen's School taught us how to iron our clothes and look proud in our uniforms, making sure that the corners were sharp. We used box iron for the first 3 years. Electric irons were not allowed, and we have to put charcoal in the box iron, go to the laundry room, fan the box iron your clothes, white blouses, and they must not get stained by the coal. So till now, I cannot go out without ironing my clothes, unlike the children and the grandchildren. And that was Queen's School. We thank God for that. We learned how to arrange our clothes in our wardrobes straight, and Matron Apata, Matron Tade, they will come and check. Our clothes must be lined up in the wardrobe, and they will measure it with a ruler to ensure that the edges were sharp and straight. We want to thank all our teachers, thank our house mistresses, Mrs. Adele, Miss Lashe Bikon, and all our teachers that gave us the love for studying, for education. We remember our socials where we used to dance and sing songs, umbrella dance, car wash, bus stop, and we still dance bus stop till today. We remember going to the stadium in our wooden lorry, Hey, young Queen School girls, there was no coaster bus in those days. It was a wooden lorry, and as we were going for sports and games, we'll be beating the side of the lorry, singing, go go moto hops and koloa, 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 koloa. Sometimes the lorry wouldn't start. We'll help the driver to push the lorry down the hill. Then we'd all jump into the bus on our way to Liberty Stadium. We remember marching with pride. We were either first position or second position. It was a competition with St. Anne's, St. Teresa's, in our white socks, brown sandals, our berets. To one side, we were very proud of Queen School, and we still are proud of Queen School. We want to thank everyone that had an influence in training us, and we want to let them know that what they taught us still abides with us, and we will continue to pass that on to the future generation. Pass on the torch.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, and happy platinum anniversary to Queen School Ede and Ibadan. My name is Asikia Karipi White, and I belong to the 1975-80 set. I'm a lawyer by training, and I work at the University of Lagos as a legal academic. My most memorable experience in Queen School, there's so many memorable experiences that I had, but one stood out, and that is the one on February 20, 1980, at our inter-house sport ground that held at the Government College sports ground. By the way, I was an athlete of Baobab House, and I represented Baobab in 100 and 200 meters. The 100 meters, well, I came first. There was nothing to write home about, really. You know, it was expected, but it was the 200 meters that was wonderful and fantastic. I was on the first lane, and at the beat of the gun, and by the time we got to 100 meters starting point, I'd beaten the person on the 6th lane, which means I ran single-handedly the stretch of the 100 meters to the finishing point. And I remember seeing camera, you know, following me. And 2 days later, that race was shown on the Nigerian Television Authority in Ibadan, and it was also reported at the back of the Daily Sketch, also with Peter Oko of Government College at the time. Queen School for me is a dream come through. I have made friends in Queen School, and we're still together. I have friends spanning 40 years from my student days in Queen School. I'm grateful that I attended Queen School Ibadan, and Queen School is our city, Baobab is our capital. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Yewande Alade Ni Oyewole. It's 7 sets, and I'm a civil servant with the Oyo State government, and I work with the State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. I bless God for the opportunity to be part of this 70th celebration. Also memorable events as the student of Queen School, and I bless God because all these events molded and shaped our lives. Especially, I couldn't forget a particular time we were rude on the assembly and had to be flogged. And that really made me to have a change of mind to face my studies and be the best out of whatever I wanted to be. And I couldn't forget how our teachers motivated us. You know, you see them neatly dressed and, you know, impacting lives into us. And there and then I made up my mind that I would like to be like one of these. And as fate will have it, I got an appointment with the Oyo State government, and I was posted to Queen School Ibadan, and there I was received by one of my teachers, Mama Olofin, and I taught literature in English for 13.5 years in Queen School, and there God helped me to mold lives, to impact knowledge, and I'm so proud of my girls, far and wide, all over the world, impacting lives and doing wonders, doing great in their different fields of specializations. I bless God for this opportunity, and I want to make a shout out to my teachers. I know some of them may be here, And shout out to some of my students in the house too. I say, long live our school. Up loose and happy celebrations. Thank you.
My name is Oyoronke Bolajoko Akinolu, 83 set of Queen School Ibadan. I was in Casuarina House. It was a very interesting experience. I was in the boarding house and I loved it so much. Today, the experience I had in Queen School is really helping me a lot. It has helped me and it's still helping me. I'm so glad that I went to Queen School. When I look back, I look at the activities we had. Very nice. Very good. Interesting. I remember Mama Pata. And I remember Mrs. Molomo, our class teacher then. I will continue to be grateful for being part of Queen School Ibadan.
Good morning. My name is Bomi Adeboyani Oyenuga, class of 83, actually 78 to 83 set. I'm a business entrepreneur by profession. I run a catering company alongside my sister, Kemi, who's also an old girl Queen School, class of 81. Memorable day, my most memorable day at Queen School. Truthfully, there's so many, from the socials to endos, choir, inter-house sports. There's quite a lot of wonderful memories from Queen School. But I think for today, what comes to mind, the one I'm going to actually talk about, would be the choosing of school mothers. Back in the day, you would line up at one end of the dormitory and all the eligible school mothers would line up right on the other end of the dormitory. Usually they were in Form 4 when you get in Form 1. And it was a race to actually run and pick the best school mothers. But I just thought it was such a wonderful thing. The school mother system in Queen School was wonderful. It was the best mentoring system that I'd seen. Your school mothers would ensure that you showed up for school very neat. They will get your hair done for you at the weekends. They will make sure your uniform is washed and starched and ironed. It was wonderful. I had the best school mother. She's Funke Adegoke. Wonderful experience. So many wonderful experiences in Queen School. I'm going to use this opportunity to wish us all a very, very happy 70th anniversary. I'm glad to be a product of Queen School. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shade Onelere Nishapara. I attended Queen School between 1979 and 1986. So finished my O-levels in 1984 and carried on with my A-levels till 1986. I also had the privilege of teaching for about 6 months as an English teacher, a PTA teacher at Queen School before I traveled abroad. The whole experience of attending the school has been amazing. We were all like-minded, we were well-behaved, and I'm really glad that because that is part of what's made me who I am today. And recently we've been able to kind of link up on Facebook and WhatsApp on different forums. The interactions we have on those forums have been really amazing as well. We've all turned out to be quite similar in our outlook on life, and I'm really glad to come as ever an old girl of Queen School. I wish you all the best for the program of today. Bye-bye.
My name is Iwalola Akinjimo. My maiden name is Onifade. I'm 1979-84 set of Queen School. And I loved my school mother, Bimbo Duati, for what the impact she had on my life. And it was like passing on the love. And honestly, how I wish young girls and boys alike learn to pass on the love. Love for nothing, do good for nothing, without expecting anything in return. I wish Q Soga executives, all the old girls of Queen's School, a happy 70th anniversary, and we will live long and live healthy to celebrate 75 years and 80 years if God tarries. Thank you.
This is Omawonuola Adegoke. My maiden name is Akinola. I was in the 1982-85 set of Queen's School Akpata Ibadan. I'm an administrator by profession. I must say that part of my memorable experience as a student in Queen's School Ibadan back then was the opportunity to be tutored and groomed by the best crop of teachers and educationists at that time. Nonetheless, the experience that I want to highlight is the opportunity that I had to encounter Christ. This was in my final year, and this was orchestrated by a lady who came under the disguise as a plantain chip seller after school at the main gate. A group of my friends at the time, and who interestingly are still friends today, were part of that fellowship. It was not easy. School got to find out, they lashed at us, were told off, were punished at some point, but it was fun. We were enjoying the journey, and so we stuck at it. We even took the fellowship to our respective homes after graduation from Queen's School. And this experience has greatly impacted my life, and it is still impacting it at the moment, and it will continue till the very end in Jesus' name. And I do not regret it at all, but I thank God every day for that wonderful opportunity, and that it happened whilst I was still in Queen's School, up school.
Hello, I am Abolaji Akinyera, and back in the day I was known as Abolaji Olunoga. I resumed in Queen's School in September 1983 and graduated in 1988 as the head girl. When we resumed, Mrs. Ayola was our principal, and she was ably assisted by Mrs. Thompson. I was head girl, as I said, and it was fun being in Queen's School. Presently, I'm a key account manager with Simrise Nigeria Limited. I work in the B2B industry, and that is industrial sales. I remember very many fun memories about Queen's School. First of all, I remember I was a member of the choir, the combined choir with Government College, and I was a soloist. I remember singing the Handel's Messiah and being a part of the Easter Cantata and the Christmas carols. That was all under the leadership of the late Mr. Fashino. I won't tell you the name he used to call me back in the day. I also remember being a member of the Literary and Debating Society, and I recall being a part of the team that won the trophy for us when we took part in the JC's International Debate competition organized for all the schools in Oyo State, including the federal government colleges. And we won the competition, and we had our pictures printed in the Tribune newspapers. That was very exciting. I recall going to the desert to practice and rehearse for the inter-house sports competition. I was a member of the Almond House, Purple House, and it was interesting also going on the final day of the events to the main field, the government college field, to have the inter-house sports competition. All I could do in those days was march. So I was part of the marching team for Almond House. I was also part of the marching team for the school. So Children's Day and Independence Day would go to the Liberty Stadium and would march. That was fun, as we had the opportunity to mingle with other institutions, and we saw our friends. It was fun being in Queen's School, and I wish Queen's School a happy anniversary. Thank you.
Entrepreneurs Channel TV, rewriting Africa's story through enterprise Amazons. We promote women in business. We showcase women in business.
Entrepreneurs Channel TV, creating a platform of expression for every woman.
Queens, I am Dr. Rachel Bada Abubakar. I graduated in 1989. Then I was known as Bisibada. Bisibada was kind of like a one word, Bisibada. Now I'm proudly a maths teacher. I teach mathematics at Federal College of Education Technical, Omokin River State. I'm a chief lecturer there. QSI really shaped my life. It groomed us. The funness, the fields, the fun, the deserts, I don't know, it was fun. We celebrated all our teachers on our Fantastic Queens of 89 set, and we recalled all our teachers. Funke Oshak said that some shifted our perimeters, but I think it's all combined. Alhamdulillah, it was good to recollect to our teachers, those that have passed on, like Mr. Iwole, Mrs. Esson, Mrs. Oni. We thank you all for grooming us, for shaping us, for bringing out the ladies in us, because then now you see them as role models. And to all those ones that are still alive, Professor Adegoke, sweet, Mrs. Oluborode, Imam Said, Mr. Suni. Oh, Mr. Suni, don't mess with him. He's always with the king to straighten you. So don't ask for that king. My memorable day was the day I got the best prize in maths. It was good. Alhamdulillah. I have built on it up to my PhD level. I have my PhD in maths, algebra, semi-group theory. And I thank you, sir, for it. I thank everybody for it. Thank Allah for it. So, happy anniversary. Happy 70th anniversary, Queens. Pass on the torch forever and ever. We always wait for that forever and ever. Congratulations, Queens.
Hello everyone, my name is Abimbola Oguntoye ni Odukoya. I live in the United States. I am a pediatrician, I am an entrepreneur and a women's health coach. I call myself a second generation Queenite because my late mom, Mrs. Adiola Odukoya ni Adeko, also graduated from Queen's School Ede. I graduated from Queen's School in 1991. Our set was the first set to spend 6 years in Queen's School then. I remember being upset that we're going to spend 6 years in school instead of 5 years. But overall, I am grateful because that additional year gave us more time to solidify our bonds of friendship and sisterhood that still hold strong till today, 30 years after graduation. One of the things I remember about Queen's School is the class competitions that we had in cultural dances and talent shows. My class then from one end created this world famous Ishekiri dance. It was so good that we went on to win the state championship alongside the Yoruba cultural dance group from 1Q then. They kept calling us back year after year to come and do the same dance again and again. That was how good it was. It wasn't until Form 4 that we decided, you know what, enough is enough. We're fully mature, developed babes at that time, and we just didn't want to do that anymore. And I still remember one of the songs and dance steps, and I'll sing it. Alright, let me stop there before I murder the Shekiri language. Without a doubt, I am extremely proud to be a product of our great school. Congratulations to us all on this 70th year anniversary, and kudos to us all. And finally, I want to say, let us keep passing on the torch. Thank you all so much.
Good day, everyone, and congratulations to all Queenites all over the world. I'm Tawenelo Kurunko Peters. I was privileged to be the deputy head girl 8591 set. My most memorable day in Queen's School Ibadan was the day I learned the school song, Pass on the Torch. The song, I learned it with much gusto, and I made an astute decision to live by every word that the song was composed by. And right now, I'm still passing on the torch. As a spiritual leader, an agriculturist, and a philanthropist in my own capacity. Years I've not been able to sever the bond that has been built up in us, particularly my set. I and most members of our set, we're still passing on the torch. The torch is still brightly gleaming in our hearts, and we're passing it on to the next generation. And my prayer and belief is that by the grace of God, we'll continue to pass it on forever. Thank you very much.
Hello there. My name is Moyo Adekoya, a civil servant by profession, founder of the Campus Foundation, and the CEO of MoFlush, herbal weight loss / detox supplements. Having attended Queen's School Ibadan is a privilege many were not privileged to have. A school truly for the queens, I must say. When I was transferred from my previous school to Queen's School in 1990, I thought I was leaving the best behind. But today I thank God that I was privileged to have had the opportunity to share a school with other queens. Queens who have respect for one another, I must say. Queens who are willing to adjust the crown of other queens. Queens that are supportive and contribute to the progress of others. Queens that are loving, caring, empathetic, and always ready to lift one another up. Queens that would live and let other people live. I feel blessed and honored to represent my set of queens 1992 for the 70th anniversary of our great school. Let us keep on passing the torch.
My name is Mrs. Olawumi Leshini Okiji. I was known as Olawumi Okiji when I was in Queen's School. I started Queen's School year 1990 and I left Queen's School year 1995. Presently, I'm a Chief Admin Officer with the Federal Government of Nigeria. I work at the Forestry Research Institute of Nigeria headquarters in Ibadan. I gathered lots and lots of experiences from Queen's School. The one that I still use every day of my life since I left Queen's School up till now is that habit of being timely. I am a very timely person. I learned that from Queen's School because then we resumed 8. If you don't get to school by 8 or before 8, you know what will happen. It's either you were beaten or you were made to serve one punishment or the other. And because I don't want to be beaten by the likes of Uncle Shegun Odufeso, and I don't want to serve any punishment, I make sure I get to school on time. And that has shaped me into be a timely person. Give me an appointment for 10 a.m. I will be there before 9:30. That is what Queen's School has made me to be. Also, from Queen's School, I learned to be fashionable. Our teacher, Miss Vaughn, then, she will check you from head to your toe. Your white, is your white very white? Your armpit, is it clean? You know, that's really made me to be a fashionable person. And there is no way you will go to Queen's School that you will not be fashionable. There is no way. So I want to really appreciate the school I passed through, Queen's School Ibadan. I really appreciate the school. I appreciate all my teachers like Miss Adeshina. Miss Adeshina was my maths teacher. She made me to love maths. Till tomorrow, I still love maths. The other teachers are there, Mrs. Adegoke, Miss Umo, Mrs. Ajiboye, Mr. Ogrup, and everybody. I say thank you to Queen's School. Pass on the torch.
Hi, hello everyone. My aunties, my mommies, my friends, my beautiful queens out there. Yes, my name is Buki Oduwale, now Mrs. Adefioye, Buki Adefioye. I finished Queen's School 1997. I finished Queen's School 1997. I'm a banker by profession, but now an event decorator. I also am a paper florist. I love crafts, so I do that as well. Yeah, my memorable day in Queen's School. First, I would like to say your decision now will make your tomorrow. So whatever you do today, whatever you've decided today will definitely be what you'll be tomorrow. Yeah. I'll choose the day I met Senior Diola. Then I was in GSS 1W. I met her through a friend, Bosse Adewumi. We were in the same class. Now Bosse Adenusi. Yeah, now Bosse Adenusi. Yeah, I met her through her. And then it was the day she invited us to the GCI Fellowship, which is called the Youth Foundation Fellowship. The Youth Foundation Fellowship. Very funny one. Yeah, it was which was where I met my husband, Dakwadefe. Yeah, we were just friends then. We weren't even really talking, but yeah, we were just friends then. But now we are married with 3 lovely children, living together in the UK and doing our life. Thank God for that. Thank you for this opportunity. Yeah, thank you.
I remember that I had just gained admission
And among the new set of friends I had made, the issue of secondary school came up. Of course, Queen's School Ibadan. And I heard a lot of no wonder. I was like, girls, no wonder what? No wonder you walk with so much confidence. No wonder you talk with confidence. No wonder your shakara is too much. No wonder this, no wonder that. Such was the impact Queen's School made upon that little girl that time. I am grateful that my parents took the decision to enroll me in Queen's School. During my time there, I learned how to be tough and speak for myself. I learned how to be independent. I learned how to manage my resources, my time, my money, my provisions, everything. I learned how to, because I was anybody else. There was no choice. I needed to learn. I also learned how to be selfless, and I'm really grateful. Hello, my name is Adenike Omoge Naija Alunge. I am representing the 98th set. I salute our principals, teachers, non-academic staff, even coppers, past and present. I remember a few of them. I remember Mrs. Olofin. She was principal during my time. Dr. Lashebiko Shisoya, Mrs. Vaughn. I remember Aunt Toyosi Ogunkunle. I remember Miss Idowu. I don't know her new name now, but I know that she was Miss Idowu at the time. I remember Uncle Shola Akiade. I remember Mrs. Odedara. I even remember Baba Tawa, our gatesman at the time. Every one of you came together and ensured that we just did not attend school. We just did not pass through school. Queen's School passed through us. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for your efforts and your labor. God bless you.
Happy 70th anniversary, Queen's School, Apata, Ibadan. Up school. My name is Abimbola Teresa Ola Adedoyin. Ni Ola, 1999 said, Casuarina House, fondly called Bimbola when I was in Queen's School. I'm a food scientist and researcher in the aspect of natural food product development and fortification of foods using natural ingredients. My experience as a QSI girl, it was a deep and memorable experience. I was in the boarding house when I was in Queen's School. We had caring house mistresses, wonderful teachers that imbibed morals in us apart from education. Seniors were there to put us through. Although the relationship of seniors to juniors was not cordial then, but we endured it. Friends were there to make the place habitable. We shared things together and we lived happily. Little challenges like scarcity of water, exhortation of provisions, and money on time, which gives rise to hunger, seniority challenges. But apart from these little challenges, Queen's School had really shaped us. It had molded us to be independent, to manage our resources well, and to be hardworking. It had really helped me in life, even in my chosen career, to be focused, to be disciplined, to be hardworking, and to be a woman of integrity and honor. Thank you, of QSI of Queen's School.
Hello, everyone. Hello, mommies. Hello, sisters. How are you doing? My name is Oludolapo Adewale. Maiden name back then was Oludolapo Odewumi. My set was 2001 set, GSS 1 to 3N, SS 1 to 3Q. Okay, my profession now, I'm a media and communications professional. Although back in school I was in science class, obviously from Q, and I went on to study chemical engineering, but here I am today. Okay, my experience in QSI was a mixture of good and the bad. The bad in the sense that sometimes when we come late to school, we tend to get to pick the dirt, and sometimes as a little child in GSS class, we'll be crying. But of course, the good surpassed the bad. One experience that stood out for me was when I was in SS2, and I was part of the crew that did an exhibition. It was for the Jet Club, and it was fantastic. That was my first experience of holding a microscope. It was really good for me. That experience stands out. And Queen's School is a place that allows you to express yourself, whether you're in science, whether you're in art class, and that experience has stood with me even up to today. I used to be shy sometimes to express myself, but Queen's School, gave me the opportunity, and I'm grateful for it even up to today. So I say happy anniversary. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Afed Mofuluke by name, a graduate of Queen's School Ibadan, set of 2002. I'm an entrepreneur. I sell wine and other various drinks, and I'm also into event decoration and catering services. My most memorable day while in school was when I was selected to represent my school in giving a speech in another school. Due to the way I spoke, my courage, and the point I brought out, I won the debate. So it makes me feel happy and excited. For real, I'm always proud to be a graduate of Queen's School Ibadan. Thank you.
Blue and white, up QSI. Hello everyone, my name is Aosade Folayemi, a set of 1997 to 2003, and as a student I had quite a lot of memorable moments, but the one that stood out for me was at a time when the school introduced agricultural practical for us then as junior students. And the most challenging aspect of that was when we had to cut through the bushes. It was nothing like what we had done before, and a lot of people broke down in tears. And for those that were brave enough to cut down the bushes, they had blistered palms at the end of the day. But then after like 2 days, we were able to solve that problem. And I think the fun part for us was when the planting started, the planting and the watering, and it was quite fun. And we did that for some days also. And the most rewarding part of this was when our seeds germinated and we had a whole lot of different species of vegetables. We planted maize, I think sugarcane, I'm not so sure, and some other crops also. And so it was really a sight to behold. It was beautiful, and it was very satisfying for us to see our hard work play out like that. And so I'm using this opportunity to say a very big happy birthday to my wonderful alma mater, and I'm so proud to be a part of this movement, of this initiative. It was good as a student, and it still feels good right now, and I'm moving forward. I wish my wonderful school and every student a wonderful life. I wish it's bigger and higher us, and I wish we continue to pass on the torch. Thank you so much.
Good day everyone. Up school, and happy 70th anniversary to all the Queenites, both home and in diaspora. My name is Olafari Esther Kuforola. I'm a registered nurse midwife. I graduated in Queen's School in the year 2008. One of my fond memories of the school is the eclipse. There was a particular day there was eclipse, and we were at the assembly ground, and also being a boarder, going to fetch water around the biology lab, playing tennis, sporting activities, fellowship, being a member of anti-AIDS club and jet club, and many other memories like the shoe house, the mysterious shoe house, which we were made to believe.
Hello everyone, my name is Ibrahim Alimat. I'm an old student of Queen's School Akpata, Ibadan. I finished 2010, and I'm privileged to be the president of my set for so many years now. Yeah, it's been a privilege having more than 100 old students in the group page. And I'm also privileged to be here recording this video in a way to celebrate Queen's School at 70. And to the organizers, I say well done to everyone. My memories in Queen's School, I had a lot of memories. I can even say all my memories in Queen's School were all fun. I had sweet memory. Though we had the bad side also, which we see as the flogging aspect back then. But now, me myself, I missed everything, because flogging then was just a way of making us better. And thank God we are here today. We are all doing fine. Yes, I work as a data analyst at Food Concept PLC, and I'm so happy I passed through Queen School, because a lot of teachers impacted in my life, and I would like to make a shout out to the teachers. Let me start from my class teacher while I was in junior school too, in person of Mrs. Folami, and my class teacher also while I was in senior class, in person of Mr. Zubar, and a lot of teachers. Let me start from Mr. Jibo, which was our Yoruba teacher, Miss Alade then, which was the Agric teacher, Mrs. Alade, which was the literature teacher, Mrs. Adelowo, which was the mathematics teacher, Mrs. Ogunremi, which was our economics teacher, and a lot of teachers, yeah. Thank you so much for giving me this privilege. Long live Queen School, long live Oyo State, and long live Nigeria.
My name is Yusuf Zainab. I graduated from Queen School Akpata Ibadan in the year 2015. I am self-employed. My most memorable day was the first and last day in school. Each day was magical in my school life. School life gives evergreen moments and memories to many of us, and I will never forget the moments spent with my friends, because they are all amazing and charming queens. Whenever I remember, it's never about the grades or tests. Rather, it's all about those times and memorable memories that I've spent with my besties. I feel that I am very famous in my class, because every subject teacher remembered my name, and they used to call me by saying, "Come forward, Starzine," and rub the board. I know it sounds weird, but I used to enjoy it. I was always ready to become the duster in charge of my class and the board writer. I seriously miss those days badly. Happy 70th birthday to QSI. Long live QSI, long live Oyo State, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Pass on the torch.
Hello, my name is Iyabode Thomas Lucas. I am a 1983 Queen School graduate. I went to Queen School because the Lord made it that I will be there. I thank the good Lord for the teachers that have come across in my lifetime, that have imparted the knowledge that they had on me, that made me the person I am today. I thank the good Lord again for my parents who afforded me the opportunity to go to school as well. I am proud of Queen School. I am forever proud more of the sisters that I've made in a lifetime that I would probably never have come across had I not gone to Queen School. I am celebrating today with my fellow sisters on the 70th anniversary of Queen School, and I pray to the good Lord that we will be here all together again to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Queen School. Up school, pass on the torch.
Hi guys, remember me? Kemi Do. I'd like to thank the Almighty for giving me the privilege to be an alumni of a prestigious Queen School, and also to thank my parents, my mom and dad, for ensuring that I had the best of education. Thanks guys. Pass on the torch.